Hey guys, it is Amy the Relocated Tourist coming to you live once again from my office. It is Tuesday, February 25th, 2020, and officially Festival of the Arts is now over. It ended last night. So keep an eye on those outlets and the cast member stores and wherever else you want to watch for merch, probably on eBay. I think they had a lot of stuff left over this year, so just kind of keep an eye out. I didn't get any of the pass holder stuff. I talked about that a little yesterday. I got the mug. I thought it was cute, but with so many festivals that kind of line up against each other, it just gets kind of it gets a little bit much to try to keep up with everything. I think I showed you guys the mug yesterday. I can't remember, but this is what I got from Festival of the Arts. And then the little paint rubber thing comes off, and I assume you could just set it on there if you wanted to, but it's cute. And you've got Figment on it. So yeah, that's what I got for Festival of the Arts this year. It is such a fun one. They had some really adorable paints, ears, but for some reason they didn't sell them at the festival. They sold them at Magic Kingdom. I'm not really sure what that. And then they just came up with this phenomenal merch line called Ink and Paint series, which you can find throughout all 4 parks. I've seen it at resorts. It's awesome. It's just all about painting and coloring, and you can physically paint some of the merch, and it's really cute stuff. Again, why it wasn't brought out the first day of Festival of the Arts, I don't know. Maybe it was just a timing thing or schedule, you know how that goes. But anyway, today I just want to kind of reach out to you guys, say hi on this daily joy. Let's see. So I went to Bay Area Renn Festival on Sunday. There is another one that everyone has told me about. It's in Deerfield, so I'm considering going, but it's about 2.5 hours from me. So I would really like to go because a good friend of mine who performs at Bristol also performs there, Phil, aka Mooney. So that's tempting to go over there. The thing is, when the further out as it is, I usually have to get a hotel. So when I lived in Appleton and I went to Bristol, Renn Faire, it's actually it is in Bristol, Wisconsin, but more Kenosha, which is kind of the border of Wisconsin and Illinois. And all that to say is that it was about 2.5 hours from my home. And so more than not, I would always have to get a hotel night because the fair is outdoors, festival, however you want to call it, and it takes just a lot of energy out of you on top of being in full garb. But also just fresh air, sunshine, you just get tired really fast. And nothing is more unappealing than driving 2.5 hours home to not only, I usually get my garb off in the parking lot. I don't care who's watching. I try to be discreet about it. You do the shimmy in the front seat of your car. Just so you can get comfortable. And I've done it. I've driven home a bunch of times, but hoteling, it's way better. I usually then wind up actually staying to the end of fair, which is so fun because they have this big drum circle and everybody's just dancing, and it's so fun. So, I got to think about it. I got to think about, money-wise, hotel-wise. I don't know anyone in Deerfield I can stay with. So it's kind of one of those things. So Bay Area Renn Festival, I'm hoping to do a video. I took a ton of pictures. I try to take little snippets of video so I could put together a video. I'm still learning the whole editing video software, so please be patient with me on that. Some people are just phenomenal at it. I haven't at least taken a class yet. I own 2 now forms of software that I could try it out with. So it's just a little bit intimidating to me, guys, so I will do my best. This is so nice because it's basically hit record, and then I could hit record a bunch of times if I screw it up, but normally I just kind of do this, some light editing, and then that's it. It comes to you guys. So this is just so much easier for me, but I would love to do a little more editing videos like I did the 12 Days of Disney Christmas. I really did enjoy that, but it was a lot of work. So I'm working on it. So Bay Area Renn Festival is one of those that they said, so I had said, so it's not a permanent one. She said, well, yeah, it is. It's there every single year, but as far as buildings and such, it's light there, whereas Bristol, it's heavy, Village, everything has been built to stay there. It's right behind Mosey, which is a science and industry museum over in Tampa. It is a really nice area. it's easy to get to, at least from I-4, so if you're ever considering going over there. It's about, we get our tickets online, so it's about $20 to go in, and then you always want to bring cash because all the acts work on tips, and so you really, that's definitely a way to say thank you and you did a great job. And so yeah, Craig and I tipped throughout the day. Plus, a lot of the food vendors only take cash. They do have ATM machines there, so don't fret if you don't forget or you forget to bring it, but it's always a big thing to do. Also, like I know with Bristol, look online. There's constantly coupons. Subway does a lot of couponing with Renn Fairs. I'm not sure why. It must be an affiliation there. But like, so it was like a $3 off coupon at Subway that you could go there, but then you have to stand in line, get the ticket, whatever. And so you might save $3. Online, you're really not saving $3 either because there's like a $2 service fee, but you can have your ticket in your hand and walk right through the gate and not have to stand in the lines. So, think about which way you would like to go with it. Plus, you can buy it online and it's done, it's paid for, now you can go. But you are also now committed to that, and that ticket is only good for that season, at least for the Bay Area one. So if you wind up buying it early and then you can't go, yeah, you're kind of stuck with it. Whereas if you just went to the fair, you're guaranteed to buy the ticket right there. So kind of think about it. One of my favorite acts is Washing Well Wenches, and we had a moment where she was walking. I think I might have said it on my Facebook live video on Relocated Tourist. If you'd like to go check that out. The Washing Well Wench looked at me. Her name is Pearl, and she points to me. She goes, "I know you," and I said, "I know you too." And what is crazy is her and I go back 8 to 9 years, and from Wisconsin and Bristol. And so I said, "I'm from Bristol." She's like, "Oh my gosh!" And so we just started talking about the history of Bristol and the history of Bay Area, and it was really neat. So I've been fortunate now. I was thinking about like what Renn Fairs I've actually gotten to attend as far as states go, and I have now been in Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, and Florida. So I'm kind of trying to start almost a new dream idea. I would like to do all the national parks, is on my bucket list. I would like to see all the Disney parks around the world, and I would like to also hit a Renn Fair in every state, if there is one in every state. That would be super cool. So that's also kind of a new dream I have. And that what's fascinating and phenomenal all about the Relocated Tourist is that the reason I didn't want to have Disney in the name is because I never knew what would happen from this channel. Would I, the channel, the brand, the business, all of it, and I just love travel. I love adventure. I love trying out new things every day. I love when I can afford it, when I have the time, obviously. So that's what I love about the name and the brand, is because I could do so much from that and inspire people. Now making money helps as well. But it's been so amazing and so joyful to me to be able to share all these fun adventures with people. And I think I have another road trip coming up, you guys. So I'm super excited. I didn't think I would get one in this year, but I think I'm going to be able to squeeze one in. So uber excited about that. Details to come. Hopefully, my summer will be a little bit packed this year, but I have the wanderlust bug pretty bad. My uncle said that once about me, and it's true. It's very true. I can sit for so long in one place, and I'm like, all right, let's go. I mean, we've moved a bunch of times. We change homes all the time. I do love change. I do love change, and the adventure, the excitement, the joy. It just keeps me going. So I guess I'm where I'm supposed to be right now. So yeah, it was a phenomenal day. Let's see. So we had that unicorn cake. If you're wondering what unicorn cake is, the cake piece, you guys, is like this big. Go look at the pictures on Facebook. It's ridiculous. It's all different layers of cake, all different colors, and then it is covered in Fruity Pebbles. It was the craziest thing ever. It took both of us to eat it, and we still couldn't finish it because the frosting was super sugary and super rich. That's one of those days where like you are just hankering for a piece of cake. That is when you go and have something like that. Not tied up into a corset where I can barely breathe. And then I'm like, hey, let me, stick down a bunch of sugar. It's going to be a good idea. It wasn't a good idea. I've always found that Renn Fairs, okay, so my favorite thing to eat at Renaissance festivals is shepherd's pie. And the reason I love that is because it's like a little bit of a hug in a dish. So I like the mashed potatoes and the peas and the carrots. And it's just like, you know, I just like the little stew and the bread basically is what shepherd's pie is. And it just feels like a comfort food. And it's easy to eat in garb. You know, you have a fork, you know, you have a dish, it's easy. When people are walking around with those turkey legs or the corn on the cob or anything that's just really complicated to hold, whatever, people don't realize that there just isn't this general sit back, relax, couches, seats. At Renn Fairs, it's hard picnic tables. It's wherever you can find somewhere to sit. So if you're not in the like, I gotta eat something kind of mode. I feel the same way when I go to like regular fairs where they have like every single food truck and I'm like, I don't know where to sit. I can't enjoy this. So it kind of goes with the festival. So unless I'm at fair and I have some place to sit and actually, you know, just enjoy it, it's really hard to want to really eat there. So Bay Area does not carry shepherd's pie, so it's kind of a bum. They carry a billion other food items. I mean, they really do have phenomenal food choices. There just wasn't a lot of seating for it, so keep that in mind if you go there. So we wound up getting, they had berry bowls, which is literally what they were. She had wooden berry bowls, and then she would dump the berries into a Ziploc bag for you to carry around for you to eat. So great presentation, but now you're kind of eating mushed berries out of a bag. So it's kind of, you know, it was a great idea, but execution, I'm not sure. So we kind of had that for a snack and then had that ginormous piece of unicorn cake, which just was way filling. And then kind of we spent about 4 to 5 hours there. It was typical Renn Faire day if the weather is beautiful. Weather is beautiful. I just wasn't feeling the hunger and everything. And I was trying to also get content. I was trying to get pictures and video. So when I kind of make it half work, half pleasure, it kind of runs that borderline of trying to like, what do I want? But also what do I want to relax and enjoy? And especially when you're tied up in garb, you just can't breathe. So maybe it's just my brain cells are just not there. So yeah, I don't think we ate anything after that. No, we didn't. So I did get a tarot card reading. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. I don't know how I believe about all that. I am a woman of faith, and so I don't want to go down the road of dark arts. And that's always been kind of a rough road for me because I love ghost hunting. I love all that stuff. And so it's always been that fine line. I believe that the Lord is my savior. And so, the tarot card reading obviously is someone reading like your future, what you're dealing with and everything like that. And, you know, what I am taught is that, you know, God above is the only one who knows your fate, and that's where you leave it. So I've always kind of had this fascination with it, of just like, for kicks, let's hear it. So, it was $15 to hear it. And Craig walked away. He was like, I don't want to deal with it. So I just sat there. She was very sweet and had a good reading. Let's call it that. When I was in New Orleans, I thought about doing the same thing. I was like, I'm just kind of curious, like, would they? Because some of me feels like questions that lead down that road or people that do that, you know, they can find a lot about you by sitting down just talking to you before they even read your cards. Why, I will tell you, I thought she was the real deal, or she has a gift, however you want to explain it. And I have no judgment about any of these people who do this for a living. That's your thing, be you. Is that after the reading was done, so she rings a bell when it starts, she rings a bell to end it. After the bell was rung, we were talking kind of more in depth about just life right now and what I was dealing with and just this and the brand and life and just everything. And she nailed some stuff pretty on the head. After the reading's been done and paid for, keep in mind, like I told her, okay, thank you very much. And we just were kind of talking about life in general. And so she was like, oh, and then she kind of like, boom, 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 boom. And she was dead on. So I was like, maybe there is something to this. I mean, I don't know how I would do that. I have had moments in my life. So I'm a Cancer, and I don't know if you believe in any of that's those sign stuff too, but it's been fascinating. Craig and I were over at Books A Million, and we love the Funko Pops. I've told you that. You can see some up here. And so we were kind of looking at what they had the other day. And they had this display of books about your sign and what you are. And so it's horrible. I can't remember Craig was. I think he was Virgo. Anyway, I'm a Cancer. And so we both kind of picked up the books, and they're literally an entire book about you and about everything from literally money, love life, career, family, just everything that could cover your life. Mine was dead on. Now I always wonder, is it because that's what I'm looking for it, and vice, you know what I mean? Or, could anybody read anybody's book and be like, oh yeah, that's me? But Craig's was dead on. I don't know how that from your birth dates, how something could be so determined. So that's always kind of fascinated me. So it's another reason why I tried it. I was like, let's just do whatever. But she was telling me I can, she was like, well, as a Cancer, you're a little bit psychic, and she's like, and she said some good things about that. And I've had a lot of moments. My friends can back me up on this. I have a dear friend who had told no one yet that she was pregnant, and on the way actually to Bristol Renaissance Fair, I turned to her in the car and I said, I had a dream last night that you told me you were pregnant. And she just went white, and she said, I haven't told anybody yet. So I've had more than one moment like that. I've actually had about a good 10 to 12 moments of real, usually it's in my dreams that somebody says something or somebody appears in my dream, and then, or I feel a loss I'm surprised I did not feel my great aunt passing Sunday morning. Now I was consumed with the whole Renaissance thing, so maybe, but when Rolly passed and someone else recently my grandma passed, I felt like someone had punched me in the gut that morning, and I was depressed the entire day, and no one had told me yet. My dad had not called me yet to tell me about my grandmother. But I had felt so sad. I remember actually talking to Craig and being like, I am so depressed. I am so sad. Like, what? So anyway, all that back to tarot card reading. It was fascinating. Would I do it again? No. I mean, I believe that, the Lord has my path and has my best intentions. And so it was just one of those things I was like, let me try. I'm not into any of the occult stuff, anything like that. Honestly, even with the ghost hunting stuff, I'm kind of fascinated by it because when I was little, I was in my bed and I was about 10 years old, and my grandmother had passed away that day. So my mom's mom. And I remember waking up. I don't know what time it is, but I'm gonna guess it was between 3 and 4, because that seems to be the hour. And I woke up and I sat straight in my bed, and my grandmother was standing there in the hallway. She was all in white. She was all lit up, and I just took that as she was saying goodbye, or she was trying to give me peace because I was having a really rough time with her passing. I'm not sure what it was, but it scared me to death that the very next day I changed my entire bedroom around. So I had a canopy bed. I myself dragged that thing 10 years old. I refused to ever. So my bed was like headed to the door before, and then I turned it like on the wall so that my dresser was there. So every time I looked to the left, all I saw was my dresser. I would never see my door again. It freaked me out to no end. But as time went on, I was a little more fascinated with it and thought, like, wow, like that's really interesting that happened. And then I just kind of I rented some books. I checked some books out at the library as junior high school went on, and I just kind of got more interested in like, so what does happen? Like I believe I'm going to heaven. I'll be before the Lord, and what are these, voices we hear, are they I totally believe in angels and demons, and this vlog just went off the rails, but it's fascinating because you guys kind of get a peek at who I am. I believe in angels and demons. I believe all in that. So I don't know when you hear an EVP, which is electronic voice phenomenon, when you hear that, when people catch that ghost hunting, what are you hearing? Are you hearing evil saying to you, and they know that you're looking for something? Are you looking for that? Our tarot card readers and psychics and all that stuff, actually, tools of evil. So it's, I think it's healthy for people to question that about your life and question that about the existence of our lives. I think people get freaked out, especially with people of faith who are just, oh, no, you don't touch that stuff. I'm not saying touch it. I don't believe in Ouija boards. I don't mess with that stuff. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I think it's healthy as adults to question about our existence, about who we are and what we believe in, but also people go for you. And I think it's fascinating. I just think it is. I think that sometimes we want peace for what is that next chapter past this life. And so whether that is the good book that brings that to you or something else, I don't know. But anyway, today, this was the craziest vlog ever, but I know I get flack from some of my friends who are Christians, who are going to say, you know, oh, Amy, why did you do that? You're messing with something. And I know my dad's going to yell at me because I'm playing with my hair, but he doesn't realize. So I just showered like 20 minutes ago and it's still wet. So it's staring into a mirror literally for 20 minutes. Sorry, Dad. Anyway, all that to say is that I just have a fascination with some of that stuff, and I have kept it pretty muted, but it's still kind of, I don't know, it fascinates me. All the ghost hunting stuff. I did in Gettysburg, Savannah. I would love to do one here in Florida. But obviously I don't want anything attached to me. I don't want anything evil. I don't, you know, so you got to ride a fine line there. Yeah, so it was fascinating. It was neat to have. I've always kind of wondered about it. You know, every time I go through that scene in Haunted Mansion, you know, Madame Leota's and the crystal ball and whatever. And so, I mean, all of us Disney fans at some point, you know, don't believe in that stuff, but we're aware of it, if that makes sense. So every time I'm in that room, I'm just like, oh, I wonder what would I do, and like, I don't know, like, would I want like a reading, like with somebody? So I don't know. I mean, it's if you want to pay for it. I mean, I didn't have money to burn that day, but I thought, you know, it's an experience, never done it. Why don't we try it and see what happens? So now I know. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. So actually, could I say so enough? Today, I'm hopefully, I have a friend who is coming into town that I've not met yet. Super excited. So her husband is coming for business, and she was tagging along. And so hopefully I'm going to be running to Epcot today. Now, Festival of Arts is over, but she would like to go see the new show over at the Land, Canada, and France, is it? Yeah, the UK. And I haven't seen the Canada and France one yet. Oh my gosh, I almost gave you guys the finger. Sorry to talk with my hands. I had a friend once yell at me about talking with my hands all the time. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just what I do. So that is what I'm hoping today. So tomorrow's vlog will all be about that if I do get in tonight. And I might actually spend the evening at Epcot, which might lead you guys. I know. I might actually not only be there at night, but I might actually see Epcot forever. Nope, I haven't seen it. Saw little bits and pieces with Kim when we were hoofing it over to Frozen. So I will let you know how that goes tonight. As always, please go like and follow me over on Facebook on Relocated Tourist. Please check out the blog at relocatedtourist.com. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope this has been a fascinating vlog. Have a great day. Bye.